Hey, y'all, we have Astro Traveler today, an autumnal scent from PAA, and I am wearing this ironically because the Cubs rarely travel anywhere in the autumn.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. Your chair is always open. And if you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, come on in the live chat on YouTube and meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you too.
They would, and we are happy to report we finally had our first rain here in the Bay Area, so we could bust out this new EDP that has been waiting, La Tierra Mojada.
Y'all, this is my favorite petrichor so far in the entire wet shaving world. And when we got the EDP, we knew we had to sit on it until we could actually sense the real petrichor outside. And what a fabulous scent to have on while I'm sitting at the window editing, listening to those first raindrops of the season hit the street outside. Y'all, Douglas and Fran, what a fabulous petrichor done, as we have figured out, with more flowers than petrichor. It's amazing, y'all. If you know, put it in the comments.
And we each did 3 pumps of this, and it lasted forever. So
Y'all, we woke up the next morning and be like, is this still raining outside? The intensity is fabulous on these PAA EDPs etc. What is our soap today?
Our soap today, Astro Traveler. I think it might be the last fall one that we have to sneak in before the month is over, and I am excited to see what it's all about.
The only thing I know about it is it's not a gourmand, but if you brew it and drink it, you'll have a good time. So who knows what we're in store for, but let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so spoilers ahead. We're going to give away some set notes a little early today from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
This bold, interstellar scent began its journey as the exclusive soap that accompanied our world-famous Travel Scuttle, following in the footsteps of its predecessor, Atmodic. Like Atmodic, we thought Astro Traveler would remain a one-off, a sweet little secret for those in the know. But the scent proved too remarkable to keep confined to a travel tub. Once again, you spoke and we listened. Now, Astro Traveler is back, full-sized and ready to take center stage.
Wow, y'all, now it's the only way to get Planet Phoenix.
Right.
Let's get one thing straight. Astro Traveler is not your typical autumn fragrance. There's no trace of pumpkin spice here. Instead, this scent has the depth and complexity of a fine aged spiced beverage. Perfect for those cool fall nights when you're looking for something with a bit more gravitas.
It opens with a refreshing burst of bergamot and grapefruit and citrus, a bright, invigorating duo that draws you in from the first whiff. As the top notes settle, you're introduced to the spicy warmth of orange zest, black pepper, and nutmeg, a trio that adds a rich, fiery edge, hinting at something deeper below the surface. We did not read these yet, and we are excited.
The heart of Astro Traveler, though, is its saffron, the king of spices and the true star of this scent. Known for its luxurious, bittersweet aroma, saffron has never shown quite like this before. Here, it's leathery and intimate, balanced with an earthy base that pulls everything together. In Astro Traveler, saffron isn't just another note. It's the pulse of the fragrance, burning bright and bold like the glowing core of a distant star.
Rounding out this complex blend is the richness of oakwood and vetiver, which bring an earthy, grounding note to the fragrance, followed by a final touch of tobacco, smooth, smoky, and utterly timeless.
Astro Traveler isn't just a scent, it's an experience. Hearty, bold, and completely unexpected, this fragrance is designed to stand out in a season full of the familiar. If you're looking for something special this autumn, something with character and depth, Astro Traveler is the scent for you. It's time to embark on a new adventure, and Astro Traveler is your guide. Happy fall, folks.
All set.
Y'all, I'm just excited because this is a world of seasonals, so we are steeped in our autumnals. But this is promising something different, and I could not be more excited because when PAA promises something, that's a check you can cash. Let's open the box. Here it is, y'all. This is how they come from PAA.
Oh, they're running from something.
Definitely Douglas. I wonder who that is in the PAA shirt. Let's see. Yeah, y'all, they are being chased by something.
Something's exploding in the back.
I have a feeling the cube is with them. I think they're running from something. Right, the cube is showing them how to escape. I'm not sure what they're running from. Maybe you
Either
can
way,
see
it's a little sketchy. They are screaming.
Sometimes there are hieroglyphs on the labels from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, and you can. That looks like
At first, I thought it was kind of like a snake going on. Doesn't
that look over the bottom beneath the cube? Doesn't that almost look like kind of a map? Can't you see like a street grid?
There's things happening. I wasn't sure if those were like falling electrical poles or something, but
mysteries and wonders. And you are holding one of my favorite aftershave boxes in the whole business. Y'all read the back of your aftershave box.
Take our little space around. All right, y'all.
The cube is on the box too. On the little lid. There we go.
And there we go.
Beautiful. Let's do our perfect autumnal friends.
Astro Traveler, my friends.
All right, y'all. Let's find out what they're running from when we have our first impression. All right, I want you to go first because this is our last official autumn scent. Tomorrow we start shooting our Christmas episodes. Y'all beginning with Thanksgiving Irish coffee. It was a gift from DJ. Hope you can make it to that
another PAA one.
All right, take it in. Let's see what you get.
Okay, I know we read the scent notes early on, which sometimes we don't do, but all the ones we read, I still feel like that their noses are just going to make this a different experience. We think we know, but no, something's going to be different.
Well, also in the PAA world, I know of about 5 or 6 different kinds of tobacco. So just because you see tobacco on the sales page doesn't mean you know exactly what one is in there, or oud, or anything like that in the darker spices. So let's see what we get. You take this
I am intrigued, especially knowing that this wasn't originally intended to be a false soap. That adds to the kind of
be a special soap you could only get in one way with the Travel Scuttle soap.
But y'all spoke, and we are here to listen.
Yeah, all right, there we go. Yeah,
it's a good long whiff. Okay,
yeah. What do you get?
It's funny. When I smell this, I do get the complete fall side. I can see how this can be a year-round scent.
Yeah,
but I'm glad we're opening it in fall. Let me just say.
Nice.
And the tobacco and the saffron, like those spices, are really fun together. It's a bright, cleaner, like bright yellow color is what I'm getting when I'm smelling this.
Well, saffron, right?
And that's brightening it up a lot. And the tobaccos are almost the darkest part of this.
Right.
Surprisingly. Just enough to add the spices.
Nice.
And the citruses that were mentioned at the beginning are just enough to make it that bright yellow. I'm not getting the gourmandy sweet sides of them. I'm just getting that like bright, cleaner side bringing you in.
Because grapefruit scares me a little, let's be honest.
Yeah, but it's not too sweet. It's more the brisk. Maybe.
Oh, brisk.
Like that kind of fall coolness in the air.
Well, they did say gourmand, and brisk is the word they use on Lipton tea. That's funny.
Touché. And there's definitely more. I tried not to remember the list completely, but there's definitely something else in the middle.
Nice.
That is dancing with the saffron to make it be the like ringleader in this scent.
Yes. So, is it saffron forward, as they suggest?
I think our first dive into saffron was Baccarat Rouge 540 Homages. That to me is much more a caramely, sweeter, like tan brown color.
Right. Okay.
This to me is like a bright white saffron. Like it's super potent, but in a different way. So I can tell it's saffron, but if you hadn't told me, I don't know if I would have known that that's what the miracle scent is that's in here.
I like that this isn't BR540 because that is everywhere in the scent and the shaving soap world. So it is cool to find a saffron scent that's done differently. Right? Like is it as sweet?
I think I'm getting more the clean, the bright white like spice of it all.
Right.
So you definitely would want both types of saffron in your den. This one does not replace the other. Like they're the complete sides that saffron can be, I think.
How sweet is it?
Let's see. It approaches sweet and then it switches almost like a ginger ale without getting too sweet.
Right.
It's sweet, but the ginger and the other spices in the drink keep it from getting too candied.
It has a sweet character, but it could scare the hell out of you like Kathy Bates.
So straight off the base, that's what I'm getting.
Right.
That it's not, there is a sweetness there, but it doesn't take over the scent. It's just there to help welcome you in almost like a honey or that type of a sweet. A gentle, gingery, spicy kind of vibe. But I do feel like this is one that if you could brew this up and take a sip of this, that it does feel like it's kind of that nicer kind of teas or ginger ales or something like that.
Big
like it's in that zone.
Is it a gourmand? Would you put it in that lane?
No, but It approaches the line, I would say. You know, like, what's in it? I would want to sit and have a cozy, warm version to just keep taking whiffs of.
Gotcha. Now, how potent is it? Are we getting an intensity level above 3 or 4? Where are we sitting here?
It's a good solid 3.
Okay, nice.
But the quality of the scent, like if you were going dark, light, it's on the lighter spectrum. It's staying in that zone throughout. Like the lighter tones of fall are definitely more in this one, not the dark sides of fall. So it's a good welcoming friend, leewaying in from summer into fall. It's like right on the cusp of that.
Now, is it a character or is it more of a vibe? Is it a person or a place?
That is a wonderful question.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
That's a good question.
That may be why they're running on the label.
They're on a mission. But, like, I think if I were wearing this and I was wearing, like, a bright yellow dress or something, it would have a completely different vibe than if I was in boots and a leather jacket.
Could it be feminine?
Yeah, I don't know if it has a side.
Oh.
I think it's whoever's wearing it, the spices on you would totally come out differently. And I think the lighter, citrusy, that kind of side would come out more on me. I think it's a very versatile scent. It could be a vibe. It could be a place. It could be, I think that's why it came in this. It's a fun adventure, but it's a really nice way to have it be a crowd pleaser type of scent too. It doesn't go crazy into the classic aftershaves. It doesn't go into the cologne homage size. It's just like a nice, fun vibe.
Love it. Now, where does it take you? Does it take you to a place?
I don't know if I'm getting a place. I think I'm just getting, like, it's kind of like adding that little fun seasoning on top of something that you had, just to spruce things up. Like, I think I want to wear it if I wanted to add a little fun spice or a little extra smile or a little skip in my step. Like, this is one of those ones that I would grab.
All right.
I am curious to see
this saffron is going to take.
But I am super glad they decided to bring this out in the full size, because we need all the sizes of this one. It's a fun vibe.
All right, here we go. The shaken clam on 3.
It is the complete opposite of all of the stuff that we filmed today, which is even more fun. That sometimes happens.
We filmed a couple of dark ones today.
So the deeper sides of fall. This is a different adventure.
Here we go. Wow.
I know. I took a long whip for that exact reason.
This is a leading man scent. This is not a sidekick on your shoulder. This is a bright personality.
That's why I said if I wanted to smile or add a skip in my step, I think I'd go with that.
Y'all, this is where these really beautiful bright florals are meeting these really beautiful bright citrus, and all of them have an autumn cast. So they are late summer flowers, they are early autumn flowers and herbs, and that saffron is beautifully what's holding it all together and giving it that light, giving it that sense of sunlight streaming in through the branches of the trees.
Right, like when all the leaves are turning to that kind of autumny hue. It's that.
Wow.
It's one you needed to digest.
Hold on. And you're right. I don't think this is gourmandy at all. There's just something in it that I think is too flowery in it to make me want to go ma.
Right.
But here's the thing. You know how when you meet somebody who is just so sweet, you say they're good enough to eat? Not like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is so good. It's not a gourmand, but it's good enough to eat.
Yeah.
That's how good this is.
So the ginger ale kind of thing that I said?
Oh, 100%.
Does that click at all?
Well, just in the effervescence and in how the sweet is bossy up until a point, and then it's silent. So ginger ale is like that. It's like, whoa, ginger ale. And then all of a sudden it stops, and that's all it has to offer. And you're like, oh, wow, that's where the brisk is coming from. I love it. Like an early autumn breeze bringing the coolness of the earth up, swirling around you. That's what the briskness does. But y'all, it is a personality. This is a leading man. And even in the way the citruses and the tobacco and the florals are coming together is in such a clever way that it's almost like an apricot almond tart or something like that, that when you taste it, it has such a tang, but it also has that kind of smooth, sugary sense underneath the surface. That's what this is giving me. So not something I would brew, but just sort of the architecture of like an apricot tart on the counter. That's the cleverness and the comfort that this has given me. Whoa, hold on. And then the saffron.
Right?
Whoa.
Does it make sense what I was trying to explain earlier? Like the lighter side of the saffron somehow?
For those of you who know Baccarat Rouge 540, that's the smooth side of the saffron. All of the pokey edges have been shaved off. or chiseled off because some of those edges are strong. Y'all, they didn't run from those edges here at PAA. They danced with them. So they took all of those bright, bracing edges of saffron and they brought in other scent notes to make them smooth and beautiful without losing their character.
Yep.
That's why this is phenomenal. Because you can tell that everything in here is there for a purpose. It is playing a role. It is doing a job. Wow, this is a beautiful balance.
So what you were asking me earlier, like, is it masculine, feminine? Are you getting a vibe? Are you getting a place? Like, can you help explain what I was trying to get words?
For me, this takes me to a super dense orchard where the rays of the sun have found one place to shine through, and they are coming through like fire because it's so dark where you are. This is that fiery sense. The notes are so commanding, they will not be ignored, but they will all get a voice in this chorus. What a wild journey this is. I thought this was going to be more on the comforting side. This makes you want to get up and have zoomies. That's what this does. This makes you want to run and run. Wow.
I even get like an image of like a sunflower, like the brown on the middle and the bright colors coming out of it. Like there's something uplifting about this scent.
And just something tiny bit animalic at the very bottom, just to remind you of how beautiful all of these intense scents are at the top of it. Wow.
I'm so curious how they found this scent because it seems like it's one that we should have in our den. I get it.
Or something kind of like it, right?
But I don't know like what brought them to this as the final scent because it's so special.
I don't even know where you go to inspire something like this. This is wild. All right, y'all. So this is how much I'm going to use to make my lather, and it's probably too much, Douglas would tell you. And this is our intergalactic, indestructible, shatterproof travel scuttle from PAA. It was a gift from Douglas and Fran at the beginning of our journey, and it was the vessel that inspired the creation of Astro Travelers. This used to be the only way you could get this, so that's why those guys have 9 travel scuttles. It's like they reinvented orange. And I love that this is an absolutely opposite saffron than everything we're used to from the frag world. Y'all, this is more of a real beautiful spicy saffron.
And again, like if I didn't know saffron on its own, this would be a great way to be like a jumping in point to meet saffron.
Right. And I love that they let it be bossy. I love that they let it keep all of its natural edges and corners to it, and then found complementing set notes to help even it all out. This is a brilliant balance, y'all.
It is.
All right, y'all, this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the razors must be packed in your checked bag with. On 3, 1, 2. Wow. Oh. I get the tobacco a little more off the pipe.
I would agree. The spice here.
A little bit more of a balance, as if you were going out into nature that day. What you might discover.
You know, we haven't jumped on a plane yet since we've been into the shaving world, but I feel like this would be a great one to wear.
If you're a traveler, right? Especially in the autumn. But you know, there might be other guidelines when we look at the scent notes. All right, y'all. So the scent profile for Astro Traveler begins with
bergamot.
Love it.
Grapefruit.
And let's talk about those for a second, because those are the Tweedledee and Tweedledum of the wet shaving citrus world. You've got Freaky Lime Bergamot, which is sweet and beautiful. You've got Grapefruit, which is a little bit bracing, a little bit drier, a little bit more dapper, and you put those together.
Right.
What a lovely combination.
They just bring you in. And then we have spiced orange zest.
You know,
you did say something about orange.
I think that's actually the prominent citrus in this, and I love it.
I would completely agree. And I forgot reading these other two, black pepper and nutmeg as well.
And the black pepper is what helps make this a leading man scent. It's what gives it an effervescence. It's what gives it a character. And then the star.
Saffron, which again is a different side of saffron than we have faced before in our 400-something soaps, which is super fun to see it in this platform. And I think the oak wood is really helping make that a clear vision of the saffron somehow.
Yeah, you know, if you could think about that in your imagination, the spiciness of like an oak wood block that they're going to age some bay rum in, right? Yeah. You mix that with the saffron, it's giving it like a woody spiciness on one side and like a light creaminess on the other.
And then these last two are the ones that are oddly making me feel like I'm outside.
Right.
Vetiver, and the tobacco is the warmer tobacco.
Ooh, so we just shot the Monster Mash-Up.
We did.
Which includes Monstroso, which is a fabulous look at vetiver. And I think that might be a similar vetiver to what we're looking at here. Not a front lawn grassy sense. But I like what Josue said, actually, about the Monster Mash-Up. The vetiver makes the clown fruit more wearable. It does the same here. It just gives it that lovely dapper edge that would make it at home in an office or a courtroom, but equally on a hike outside. And then finally, the tobacco. Now, we are no strangers to PAA's tobaccos, but I'm not really recognizing any of them in here.
I think I'm getting a little hint towards the Malboge tobacco.
Right.
A little bit towards that.
Or
that
the Miami
type.
Libre
right.
tobacco.
That warmer side, the
right.
spicier side, that kind of
Yes.
sweeter tobacco, if
Right,
I could say that.
right. Does not get too dark, does not get too spicy
No.
or smoky.
It's fun. Like, the smell of this makes me want to be outside. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, whether it's the colors of fall that we're seeing, whether it's like just the nice sunny day.
Yep.
There's something that makes you want to take your time outside and dig your toes into the grass or the leaves and just be there.
And y'all, I don't think this has a masculine or a feminine sway either way. I think when you smell the beach, is a beach masculine or feminine? It's whatever you want it to be. But I think the tobacco in here is absolutely charming because for me, it gives it a little bit of a feminine edge, but a particular type of female. So the kind that would want a Cuban cigar and a small whiskey neat. It's that kind of tobacco. Like somehow it has a feminine edge.
It does. That's why when you asked me earlier, I'm like, I don't even know if it cares. Like, I think whoever's wearing it, it's going to just vibe with you.
And y'all, to decide who would wear this, we're going to have to take this down at least a flight or two. What kind of a person does this make you think of that would wear this?
Somebody that can smile easily. Like someone that wants to be outside in the sun.
Right.
Someone that doesn't mind taking time to just enjoy those little things in life. There's something in this sense that I think would help that person.
And you know, when I used to go watch a lot of stand-up comedy, I'd go meet the folks afterwards, and some of the stand-up comics kind of wore something like this. I mean, we're talking like Patton Oswalt, we're talking like nicely dressed guys,
but
right?
Like fun, down-to-earth guys.
Yeah, but right, but kind of like an elegant smell, but one that's not like for the normies.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, to me it does. Which I think is also what the Baccarat Rouge kind of saffron did to the perfuming world.
Right.
Like that one really, a lot of girls and guys wear that scent. There's
Right.
something in it that really makes it just that kind of next level.
Well, I think what I like about this is it's got 3 very clear layers, but if you can see through all of them, you can see something new. So you know how sometimes when they'll give you like a glass of wine and they'll say like it has notes of chocolate or cranberries, you're like, it's wine, right? If you can see through all of these layers down to the bottom, the layers have a way of coming together to create almost the world's greatest apricot, almost like a currant, almost like a fruity note in the middle, but you have to be looking through all 3. There's just something magical, and if you're willing to follow this balance all the way to the end of the whiff,
I get what you're saying.
there are rewards.
And speaking of rewards, let me just show you our reward that we have waiting for us right here.
Yo, I can't wait to see what other mysteries and wonders
you
might be
got to get that
hiding
on
in this.
because I think there's what you were saying, like the overall zest that was coming through that's recreating an apricot or something.
Right, yes.
I am so curious how that dry down here plays
So
this in.
here is the new orifice in the PAA aftershaves, y'all. It's a little plug, and when it comes out, it makes this little sound.
Oh, that's it.
There we go. And it does not go back in. You have to go bury this in the backyard.
Okay, me too. It's funny. We think we got some of the sundown on Lainey because she still has it on our forehead.
4 days ago. Oh, when we smelled it this morning, we're like, hey,
We
that's the
should throw
sundown.
some of this on her too.
Wow.
Oh, she woke up for that.
Wow. Y'all, this is awesome.
There's layers here.
This. This went backwards. So y'all, my nose has to smell the entire thing, and at the very bottom it can sense an apricot. With this, as soon as I put this on, my brain went, apricot! And then it stopped, and the apricot went,
wow, the
and
saffron,
exploded
the woods,
into like 9 different things, and then that's all I could sense. There's no more apricot.
Yeah.
But it started as that. It was like a firework, and the apricot went, and then went, and there's nothing left of it.
like the oak, the vetiver,
the tobacco, saffron.
It is. It's almost like it flipped upside down and inside out somehow.
Y'all, this is wild. What else do you get?
It's interesting. What I was sensing as sweet
right
there is not as sweet here. It's more savory. They're still
it's
here,
more
but
spicy.
Yeah, it's more the spice. It's like the dried side of the fruit or
yes.
something. Do you think you'd only wear this in fall? Because I don't think I would. I mean, it's great to have for fall, but
well, I think the apricot just makes it spring for me. I think the warmth of it makes it summer. And as Douglas and Fran will tell you, they don't make the beach for the middle of July. They make the beach for the middle of January.
this really could be someone's like signature scent.
Right, yes.
This could be what you wore every day. There's something in this scent that you can kind of just have on any type of day, any time of day, that I think whoever it's on, the different parts are going to really pop out. I'm actually very excited. We haven't done our walk yet today because we're going to throw this on and just enjoy it.
Go traveling.
And travel.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just load up the LEM on the Apollo with a couple of your best friends and put on your Astro Traveler. Well, halfway to the moon, something's going to go wrong. You're going to have to call home and tell them that you got a problem, but you've never smelled better and you got your own. So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com, or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Astro Traveler. Start with the color orange itself. Bring in bright streaks of sunlight, make it autumnal, bring in tobacco, bring in spice, bring in leaves, bring in adventure. This will define autumn for me for years to come, y'all. A phenomenal leading man of a scent. And y'all, this Phoenix lather is something I save for special occasions, so happy Thanksgiving. I will be using this tomorrow. Welcome to Messages.
So this is officially your last chance to get on our list to win the $20 gift card to Murphy and McNeil.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to wesetYou@thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you, and then check back here on our first Christmas episode on November 30th to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. It's fun, because this is actually our last fall one that we're filming this season,
Yeah.
so it's just a nice little bookend to the season. But I know when we go to our den, some of the holidays as they pass, they get pushed to the back of the den as we gotta go to the next season. But this one, I think, may stick around just a little bit longer.
100%. Well, just because it has beautiful corners that would be just as apropos in some of the other seasons. But if you really did want a glorious reminder of my favorite season of the year, I'm going to pull this out in February. And y'all, when we do talk about the width and breadth of what Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements is able to do, it is absolutely unmatched in this shaving world. And I love the level of work that Douglas and Fran do over there. It is just inspiring.
So whoever you all are that requested to have this in the full size, we are eternally grateful because
Right?
we would have missed it completely.
I would own 9 travel scuttles right now. And y'all, if you are going to be around for Thanksgiving tomorrow and you need a little something to do, we wanted to open the barbershop just so our friends could have a little chance to gather and say hi and make sure everybody's doing okay on this holiday. So we will be here tomorrow morning, Thursday, Thanksgiving 2024 at 9 o'clock a.m. with a beautiful cup of Irish coffee from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. It was a gift from DJ and his family. So y'all, we hope to see you tomorrow for a little Thanksgiving fun here at the Barbershop.
Yeah, and don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
It'll be Thanksgiving and you'll smell way better just watching it.